What I often see is that people have some kind of trigger for coming into therapy and wanting someone to talk to, and relief from the uncomfortable symptoms that they're feeling, whether that's depression or anxiety or stress, and then the conversation can shift, because it becomes more than feeling better about that. It becomes more about who are they, how do they want to live their lives, how do they relate to other people, and what's it all about. So I think therapy is a much bigger thing than just finding somebody to talk to when you're in distress. I reckon there are two big questions behind people coming in to see us. Am I mad? I feel like this is driving me crazy, or am I bad? Am I a bad person because of the things I do or the things I want? Mm-hmm. My answer to the two key questions, am I mad or am I bad, is no, you're human.
Oh, yeah.
If life was simple and straightforward, therapy wouldn't be needed. Yeah. It's about finding out who you are, how you are, and how you're going to live. And that can be a painful journey, but a hugely liberating one.
Yeah, agreed.
I reckon what we believe is that your primary relationship is with yourself. Unless you can know yourself truly and be much more aware and authentic about who you are and how you are, then any other relationships with, in your personal life, in a couple, with people at work, are going to be diminished. The opportunity we offer is to kind of grow that authentic awareness of yourself, and then everything else shifts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because if you don't know where you are, then you can't get to where you need to be.
And that's the conversation I'm interested in therapy. I often say, this isn't about kind of, judging what you've done. I want to explore who you are.
So who are you, Sarah?
You know what? That's what therapy, helped me find. Who I am, where I've come from, what I'm good at, what my strengths are, and how to make the most of that. And then, what I do, what my passion in life is for, what I'm here to do. And how to enjoy myself and other people.
Yeah.
That's been hugely valuable, and that will last my lifetime.
Yeah.
The most exciting thing for me in talking to my clients is not talking about who they think they should be or what external kind of material or career success looks like, other people's expectations of them, particularly, by the way, if they come from a kind of mixed cultural background.
Yeah.
But who they really are and what that would look like if they had the courage and accepted some of the risks of living that way. Absolutely. That is hugely exciting. Yeah. What I like to say, and of course my clients are the best judges of that, is that I'm a kind of authenticity accelerator. If you really want to know who you are and how to live, let's have that conversation. I look forward to so many things in working with clients, because I know that I can be multifaceted. I can be very empathetic and I hope supportive to make a connection, and at other times I can be very powerful and creative. Part of that is about being in the moment and looking for those kind of literally tingling moments when something really profound is happening, and something, a moment where everything fundamentally changes for a client. That is massively rewarding, more so for them, but also for me. Yeah. I think it depends how you measure richness, actually. Is that financial purely? I think that's a very misleading metric, that talking to clients and reviewing in my own life what richness really is, and what you value most highly, is a conversation worth having. Mm-hmm. One of the most profound client moments that I can remember was with a young woman who'd been bulimic for many, many years, in really what was quite a a violent way towards herself, kind of, you know, overeating and then vomiting it out, kind of craving and then rejecting some kind of love and comfort, as it turned out in the end. And the moment when she was able, you know, to speak out the anger that she felt towards her violent father, very sweetly she kind of turned her chair away from looking directly at me, and she kind of spoke that out to a point on the wall, I guess a focus that she could see, you know, was really profound and a privilege to behold.
Yeah.
You know, the power of connecting authentically with what the real feelings are and directing that anger towards her father rather than turning it in on herself, was amazing. And after that point, I think it's no coincidence that she started to overeat and vomit less, that she found a different way to deal with that strong emotion. All behaviour is driven by emotion,
Yeah.
and she found a different way to channel that emotion. Good for her.
Yeah, that's wonderful. That's lovely.
Therapy is not without risk. You know,
Absolutely.
we're encouraging clients to be courageous and
Absolutely.
take risks, and also I think, you know, the therapist at times is brave and also takes risks. Sometimes I say some things intuitively, I have no idea really where they come from apart from what's being created in the room,
Yeah.
and suddenly it all just kind of hinges on that thing.
It makes sense somehow.
Yeah, and the therapy relationship is a human relationship. There often is, you know, a gender dynamic, you know, a sexual charge, that's part of life and reality. You know, those things don't get parked, you know, at the consulting room door.
Yeah.
But I think having the awareness of that and how that plays out, it is critical, not only for the client's well-being, but for dealing with the humanity.
Absolutely.
I may say something that I think is relatively light that can have a massive effect for the client, and that's what's so exciting and, you know, keeps me in this work.
Yeah.
With many clients I talk to, and also in kind of dealing with myself, working with myself, I think part of mastering yourself is having more compassion and generosity of spirit for yourself, and having the bravery and awareness to look at your own vulnerability, and the support and the things that you might need in life. And if those things are all to do with mastering yourself, then I'm all for it.
Yeah.
When you do have a fuller, more holistic understanding of yourself and can accept all those parts and what they mean, because, you know, any element of the way that you think and feel and function, our therapy word would be your process, has a meaning, and if you can embrace all of that, then I think you become much more supremely, serenely confident, and you can achieve much more in whatever area that you choose. So I think that's the payoff.
Can I just give you a high five for getting supremely serenely confident in that?
I thought that was excellent.
Imagine what the world would be like, what families would be like, what couples would be like, what organisations would be like, if more people were contented in themselves, knew their strengths and how to deploy them, knew how to understand themselves and empathise with other people, could find the optimal productive balance of competition and collaboration, could trust the people around them, and that there were more shared values and common goals. When those things happen, it's electric, it's exquisite.
Yeah, I agree.
That's what I want to foster in the world. I got into therapy through the wow factor, I suppose. I was recommended a counsellor many years ago, with whom I'm still in touch, although not in therapy, because I was facing some difficulties in my family life, and I found the process really amazing. You know, it was painful at times and lots of tears, but I found it so hugely insightful and rewarding. I thought, you know, wow, this is really good stuff. And my counsellor recommended some books for me to read, which I did, and I realised I thought I might be good at it, you know, because in my advertising career I was dealing with people all the time, and also, you know, psychology, not only of getting the team to do what was required, but also the psychology of selling and marketing brands. I thought that was quite a good bridge, so I did my therapy training and had more counselling myself, and I've never looked back and I've never regretted it.